Hello and welcome to Coach's Corner, the CIF Division IIA Girls Varsity Basketball Edition. I am here on site in the space that it's all going down tomorrow, and I'm pleased to be joined with Coach Adam Conover, Arcadia High Girls Varsity Basketball Coach, as well as his coaching staff. We've got Coach Horace Wormely over here, and we've got Coach Staci Mitchell. Coaches, it is a pleasure to be with you today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach, let's talk a little bit about how you all are feeling right now. What's the emotion leading into tomorrow?
I think all of us are excited. You know, playoffs is a fun time of year because not everybody's there. So, you know, we're one of the 32 teams in our division that are still playing, and for us to be ranked number 4, have a pretty high seed, which is great, and obviously have a home game is even better for us. So we're definitely excited. We hope a lot of fans come out and support the girls and coaches, and we do what we're supposed to do and move on to the second round.
Absolutely. And Coach, how are you feeling about coming into this game?
I'm really excited. I've been away from the game for a few years, so this is my first year back. So my first year back, and we finished 24-3 and 13-1, and so I'm excited. I hope that Coach Adam and Coach Stace feel as though I've contributed something, but I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Absolutely, and you mentioned that you've contributed. What's been your focus coaching these girls this season?
I try to bring a defensive attitude to the game because I truly believe defense wins championships, and I just wanted the girls to focus more on their defensive intensity, and so hopefully I've added that to the team in terms of them being a little bit more aggressive defensively.
Absolutely. And Coach Staci, what would you say you're feeling leading into tomorrow's big matchup?
Well, like Coach Horace, I've been away from the game for a couple of years, so I'm anxious. You know, it's been an exciting year. We've done great. You know, we have a lot of seniors, so I know it's going to be their last opportunity to be able to, you know, make an impression and go out and win a championship. So I'm extremely anxious and just ready to get it going.
Now, I know even on your sweatshirt right now, defense is an attitude.
Yes.
What have you focused on working with these ladies this season?
Competitiveness, and just making sure they're grounded and staying focused. You know, like Coach said, being aggressive. You know, because I know Coach and I, we're all about defense, and Coach Adam is, you know, he's the offensive genius. So, you know, I think we have a great balance between us three, and you know, when it all comes together, it blends well.
Absolutely, that's a really great balance right there. Yes. So Coach Conover, before we get into some of the recap and reviews of the games that you've played, let's go to some fun things. You all celebrated senior night recently. What was that feeling for you, you know, having been with these 5 seniors that are moving on after this? What was it like kind of celebrating them that night?
It was fun. It was a nice, just a nice thing to do for them. You know, they've given their 4 years to us and committed to us and have worked hard and put in a lot of time and effort and the blood, sweat, and tears. So it was definitely a good situation for us and a good time for us to acknowledge them and, you know, give them their moment separately and by themselves, so that it wasn't everybody at once.
And what's your hope for these 5 moving forward?
Just to continue to make history. We made a lot of different moves this year. We've set a lot of different history marks, and it's been great. So just to continue, like Coach Staci said, to leave that impression and set the bar higher than what it's been for the next group and whoever comes forward next.
Now, I know that you all have been just a tight-knit group. I've had the pleasure of interviewing some of your players, and they have great heads on their shoulders. They're just really driven, and you can see that teamwork is so important to them. I noticed on your social media that in this sort of break between this big CIF game that you guys got to have a little bit of fun too. So I saw this bonding event. Tell me a little bit more about what you all did to bond together.
Starting from the top, the 3 of us, you know, we've been like family since I was 9 or 10 years old. I've known Coach Horace and then Coach Staci for that long, so we're family, and we preach it to them because that's what you have to be on the court. Not necessarily off, but on the court you have to be a family and have each other's back. So we just wanted to spend some time together, do something fun, hang out. We did a little scavenger hunt. They had to do some fun things around campus, and that was fun. And then we brought in some food and had a good meal, and Coach Staci put them through a couple other fun games inside the cafe, which was great. So it was just about us spending some time together and just relaxing the mind and the body and not having to practice and get ready for this week and playoffs. And I think it was a good thing for us.
And Coach Staci, how did you feel about that bonding activity?
Oh, it was great. It's always great to spend time with the girls, and because kids bring that different level, that different type of energy. So being around them makes you feel that much younger. So just to have them around each other and bonding and getting ready for the next stage of their basketball career is special.
And Coach Horace, how would you say what does teamwork really mean to the sport and to these girls?
It's everything. They have to depend on each other for the success of the team. I've had the good fortune of coaching both Coach Adam and Coach Stace.
That's amazing.
And sometimes I feel like that fatherly person. So it's important that we all come together, bond. Not always basketball, but away from basketball. And so to me, it brings the team together, and I think it see each other in a different light, and I think it creates a greater appreciation for each other. So I'm looking forward to a good playoff run. I feel as though we're very capable of winning, and I think it's going to be that teamwork, us working together, that's going to get us there.
Absolutely. So now let's go back a little bit, recap some of the games that we played since the last time Coach Conover and I chatted. So you all were heading into the Pasadena game, and the next day I see a Star News article about how you all rallied in the end there. So let's talk a little bit about that game, Coach, and what happened, and how'd you come out with the win?
Honestly, we didn't rally. I think we just survived. I mean, we were up 16 or 15 at one time, and just the basket got smaller for us.
Right.
The basket got huge for them, and they hit some shots that they usually don't hit. Nothing against them, but they played hard, and we slipped up, and they made a run and made it interesting. And it was a hard-fought game, but it was fun, and luckily we came out on the right end and got the win, so that was perfect for us.
Absolutely. So I did also notice, though, we got the one loss in the league record, and it happens. So Coach Staci, I'll start with you. What happened with Burroughs? Because I was at the home game here, and it was scrappy, and it was one of the most aggressive games of basketball I've seen. So great, Burroughs is a great competitive team. So what happened when we had to hit the road and be on their home turf?
Well, Burroughs is always a competitive game. It's always going to be a competitive game against them because they're scrappy. They'll come and play, and they're aggressive. From one end to the next end of the court, and going to their home turf is definitely nothing. It's not nice. It's not pretty. Games are not always going to be
pretty. That's a good way to put it.
But we had a lapse there, and it happens. And when you're at the level that we are and you're at the top, Coach always says you have a target on your back. So every time you go into the game, you have to be on your P's and Q's at all times. And that game, we weren't, and it happens. We slipped up, but that's okay.
Yeah. Now, Coach Horace, it was a point loss, so 39-38. What was going on as a coach sitting on the sidelines? What were you trying to preach to them through that game to help them kind of get past that hurdle?
Well, we always try to encourage them to stay focused and be focused and remember the things that we teach. In spite of the fact that we didn't play our very best game, we were still in the game. And I thought at the very end, we still had an opportunity to win. We missed a layup, unfortunately. But again, my message to the girls is that there's always something good to come out of a win and a loss. And I think that loss, although we hate to lose, I think it really helped us refocus and get prepared for the playoffs. So we showed that we could recover from that when we played Crescenta Valley the next game. I think we ended up beating them by 17, something like that. So I'm hopeful that that game really caused us to refocus and get ourselves together for the playoffs.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it then. We've got Westminster tomorrow, the Lions. Their record, they're 14-12 overall, 7-3 in the league. Coach Conover, what do you know about this team and what do you expect to happen tomorrow?
Obviously, they've done enough to get in the playoffs, so that's a step for them. We've watched a couple games of film on them, and coaches have prepared, and we'll go over our stuff today in practice, so what we think we need to do, and get ready for tomorrow and go from there. I think they're going to try to come in and give us their best game, like Coach said. We have a target on our back. Obviously, us being the 4th seed, they're a lower seed, so they want to try to knock us off and whatnot. But we're going to come out and do what we're supposed to do.
And Coach Staci, what do you think you'll be telling the girls at practice today to get them prepared for tomorrow's game?
Just stay focused. You know, all year we've told them that they have the experience, they have the tools that they need to be successful. And I think that they just play their game, play within themselves, and play up to the level of competition that we know that they can, that they're going to be successful, and they're going to succeed, and we're going to win. So just, you know, keeping them focused, keeping them grounded, and just reassuring them that they are winners and they are champions, and play like it.
And the coach of coaches, Coach Horace, what are you going to be, prepping the girls for today, for tomorrow?
Defense. I'll leave the offense up to our resident expert over here. I really have a great deal of admiration for Coach Adam. He's
Absolutely.
just an offensive genius. I don't like to say that too much because his head gets big, but I do respect that of him. From my perspective, is to get the girls to be focused both offensively and defense, but primarily with a little more emphasis on defense. As Coach Adam mentioned, Westminster are going to come here to knock us out. They have some pride and they want to win, and we have to protect our home court. And so we'll prepare the girls to come out and play offensively the game that we want them, and definitely be prepared defensively.
That's a great strategy. They say the best offense is a good defense, right?
That's correct.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
All right, so Coach, I hesitate to ask you this, so I probably won't, because through our Coaches Corners this season, you've always said one game at a time. So we don't want to look too far ahead, but selfishly, I'm really excited at the prospect that you all could be playing against Chino Hills High, which is my alma mater. So really quick, just briefly, what do you think that the Chino Hills Victor Valley matchup is going to result in, if you thought about it?
It looks like Victor Valley's athletic, wants to get up and down and pressure the ball and turn you over, but Chino Hills has some good size. I know they have 2 young girls that are above 6 feet, so that's fine. We have film waiting, but like I always said, tomorrow first, and then we'll go after that.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, please be here in the stands. We're going to be defending the home of the Apaches in CIF Round 1 Division 2A Girls Varsity Basketball. I am so excited. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be tweeting about it, and I just look forward to cheering you all on. Thank you all so much
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
for being here, and thanks for such a great season.
Go
Thank you.
Arcadia.
Yeah, go
Yes.
Apaches. All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you next time on Coach's Corner.